Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Games Done Quick Express, presented by HBO Max, live from TwitchCon here in sunny San Diego, benefiting World Central Kitchen. I, as Fu mentioned, am a Happy by 3, and I will be your first host this morning. I'm so excited to get started. I'm so excited for the runs today. So excited to be benefiting World Central Kitchen. I will confess I did not know a ton about World Central Kitchen a few weeks ago when they were announced as the charity partner for this weekend. But as I've been looking into them, I am consistently blown away by the work they're doing. And just the scope of the work they're doing and the quality of work they're doing is incredible. And I'm so excited to be a small part of this effort to raise money for such a great cause, supported already by some incredibly generous folks. We have $25 from an anonymous donor that says, "Thank you, World Central Kitchen, for all the work you do." And that is supported also by $50 from Marissa with no comment and $50 from number 5 Alive with no comment. Thank you so much, everybody. Kicking it off strong, already over $130 raised for World Central Kitchen. And it's only gonna go up from here. I'm so stoked for our first couple of runs. We're starting off with Super Monkey Ball with Peas. If y'all do not know Peas, you are in for a treat. One of my favorite runners, one of my favorite content creators in the speedrunning space. Just the kind of person who you start your Discord messages to with Peas in all caps and a lot of exclamation points because you're just excited you get to interact with Peas. So if you're hanging out at home and you are as excited as I am to see that Peas run, make sure you do not touch that dial. Don't open a different tab. Stay right here because we will have Peas for you before you know it. But for the time being, we are going to take a quick break and I will be right back with y'all after that, so don't go anywhere. Oh, they're 5-minute breaks. Did the for a sec because that went off. Hello, everybody still able to hear my voice at home and everybody hanging out in the audience here at TwitchCon. In case you didn't hear me last time, I'm Happy by 3 and I'm gonna be your host for the next little bit. We are just working on getting our first run, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, story mode any percent on the Xbox 360 with Peas set up. And while we do that, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about some of the stuff we have going on at this event, some of our sponsors, our partners, and our friends who are helping us out here. You may have heard us say that we are sponsored by HBO Max this weekend. That's right, GDQ Express at TwitchCon is brought to you by HBO Max, which just feels cool to say. And I learned from these blurbs that the new Superman movie is streaming on HBO Max. I don't know if you need me to sell Superman to you. Like, it's Superman. Who doesn't like Superman? It's the quintessential comic book. It's great content. And James Gunn is fantastic at everything he does. But HBO is telling us that in James Gunn's smash hit movie Superman, Superman journeys to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as Clark Kent. You can stream it now on HBO Max. And I will selfishly say that I hope you don't, because I hope you hang out with us and watch Peas play some SMB. But maybe after this weekend, everyone should go watch the new James Gunn Superman. We can do like a watch party together and mourn that there's no more GDQ Express happening collectively. All right, folks, welcome back to GDQ Express at TwitchCon 2025. Thanks for hanging out during that break and not tabbing out. I know there's other places you can put your attention. I mean, there's a James Gunn Superman movie on HBO Max, for Jesus' sake. But we have GDQX, and I think that's good. I think that's important, and I'm glad y'all are here. I'm really looking forward to this first run of SMB Deluxe by Peas, and it seems like some of y'all are excited about that too. We've got $25 from an anonymous donor. It says, I'm happy to see Peas kicking things off for this. It was great seeing him do Mario Kart World over the summer, and now we get to see some Super Monkey Ball. Exactly. I'm so excited for that run, so excited for Peas. If y'all didn't see that Mario Kart World run from SGDQ, again, I am going to recommend that you don't watch it now because I want you to keep hanging out with me. But I am going to recommend that you go watch it after this weekend. Jump on YouTube, watch that VOD. That is a fantastic run. Incredible energy in the room during that, and it translates even on the YouTube rewatch. Speaking of Mario Kart World, did you know that we have a Mario Kart World run coming up at this very event? And not only can you watch Shredberg, everyone's favorite Twitter user, playing Mario Kart World, but you can choose what costume Shredberg will be wearing. We've got an early lead already for Biker Yoshi in this bid war with $75. And a distant second from Soft Server Yoshi, which is my understanding is like a little guy who makes ice cream, like a soft server, not like a soft web server. I'm personally a fan of the Matsuri Yoshi, which is like, Matsuri is festival in Japanese, and he's wearing that little, like, the little hat and like the belt for when they carry the big, I don't know what those are called. They carry the things on their shoulders during festivals, and I just think he looks really cute in that outfit. But clearly people have strong opinions about Biker Yoshi. And if you think Biker Yoshi should stay in the lead, Get those donations in, apply them to that bid war, and keep Biker Yoshi in the lead. But if you think Biker Yoshi's had it too good for too long, like I do, get those donations in for Matsuri Yoshi. It's just that easy. You can put !donate in the chat or go to gdq.gg/donate and that'll bring you right there. And you can also donate without ever leaving Twitch. Did you know that you can donate directly to World Central Kitchen from the Twitch channel? This is something we just introduced during SGDQ and I think it's so cool. You can click the donate to charity button below the stream and then a pop-up menu comes up and you can donate directly to World Central Kitchen or choose Support Games Done Quick if you want to subscribe to the channel and help make our year-round content the best it can be. If you're on a desktop, make sure you authorize the Twitch extension within 15 minutes of your donation, and that'll let you apply your donation to incentives and bid wars. So you don't even have to go to gdq.gg/donate. You can just stay in Twitch, make your donation, apply it to an incentive, and not miss a single second of that good Peas SMB content, or currently the happy yapping content, which I think is also great content. Ooh, you know, I may be getting convinced by the donors. We got $10 from Ember that says, Soft Server Yoshi is trans pride colored and super cute. Let's see him in the run. I gotta say, finding out Soft Server Yoshi is trans pride colors definitely pushes me a little bit in that direction. So if you donate to Soft Server Yoshi or Matsuri Yoshi, I will forgive you. But if you're Team Biker Yoshi, we've got beef. I'm sorry to say, we're just fighting. And that's okay. I still care about you. I'm still glad you're here. But also, we're fighting. You might notice coming up on the screen here that we have a milestone incentive right now to unlock the Skyrim glitch exhibition. If met, Kronos will treat us to a glitch exhibition showing off the wacky glitches Skyrim has to offer. If you're not familiar with the glitches in Skyrim, it is one of the most fundamentally broken speed games. It feels like it's reaching Ocarina of Time levels of broken, where you can just like use Skyrim to beat Doom at this point. Like, it's just silly. And I think seeing that is gonna be really, really cool. Kronos is a very intelligent and technically proficient runner, and having Kronos explain those glitches in the exhibition, I think is an extra treat on top of the glitches just being cool in the first place. So get those donations in for that, and because that is a milestone incentive, every single donation goes toward that milestone. You don't need to click any extra buttons, you don't need to make sure you apply your donation to it. If you donate to World Central Kitchen right now, that goes toward that milestone. We've already made some amazing progress toward that. We're at $383 out of 1,000. I was gonna say I think we can meet that by the end of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, but chat, let's just meet it before SMB starts. Let's just make the first milestone of the event happen before the first run of the event, because we just are that good, right? Chat's never let me down before. I'm sure you won't let me down again today. And helping us progress on that path is this $10 donation from Adam that says, GDQX on my birthday. My birthday present is this donation to World Central Kitchen. Thank you so much for that. That's super, super generous to make a donation to celebrate your own birthday. And happy birthday, Adam. We're glad you're hanging out with us. Hope you stick around all day, and hope you're looking forward to a full day of really, really exceptional speedruns and exceptional content. Did y'all know that like 2 days ago, a new Pokemon game came out? I don't know if you're a Pokemon fan. If you're not, what? But if you are a Pokemon fan, you probably know that Pokemon Z to A came out a few days ago, and that there's a version for the Nintendo Switch 2. And if you would like to have a Nintendo Switch 2 and a Pokemon Z to A bundle, you can do that this weekend by donating and winning our cumulative full weekend prize, a Nintendo Switch 2 and Pokemon Z to A bundle. I am waiting for someone to tell me that Pokemon Z to A is not the proper way to read that title, and at that point I will pronounce it differently and correctly, but for now that's what you're getting. But that's right. Our grand prize this weekend, if you donate a cumulative $150, you will be entered to win a Nintendo Switch 2 and the new Pokemon game. I can't think of a much better way to get a Nintendo Switch 2 and a Pokemon game than by donating to World Central Kitchen. Like, sure, you can buy a Switch, but it's gonna be a lot more than $150, and it doesn't benefit World Central Kitchen. And like I mentioned, that is cumulative. So you can donate throughout the weekend for a ton of different block prizes, a ton of different things that you are interested in, because the prizes rotate throughout the weekend. But the collective $150 is what enters you to win that Switch 2 and Pokemon Z to A bundle. And we've already got some really cool stuff in the prizes. For day one, we've got, for $10 minimum donation, you'll be entered to win a Super Famicom Classic, which is incredibly low price for that. That's amazing. We've got a bunch of really cute $5 prizes too, like this Peglin plushie, an Undertale clutch, like a little snap purse. We have a Wanderer's Journal for $5 if you need a cute little stylized journal to write down all of your thoughts in. I go through journals like gangbusters, so I really should throw $5 in for that. We've also got not one, but 2 hats at that $5 level, a Mega Man E-Tank and a Servbot cap, both adorable, though I will say Servbot's a little cuter than an E-Tank, but E-Tanks are important. They're vital for living, and I respect that. We've also got a ton of prizes at that $10 level. We have plushies galore at $10. You can get Final Fantasy Advent Children plushies. You can get these Madeline and Badeline plushes. You can get a Stardew Valley chicken hand towel, which is basically a plushie but flat, and a Super Mario Galaxy Luma plush. So if you are a plushie girly, which I must confess I am, get that $10 donation in. Minimum $10 gets you entered for all of those plushes. You can get those donations in either through the Twitch extension or by going to gdq.gg/donate. All right, y'all, I am seeing my very favorite thing to see on the dashboard, which is that big light that tells me our run is ready. So we are gonna get into it. We are starting out GDQ Express strong with one of my favorite speedrunners playing one of my favorite speed games. Peas, show us what it looks like when someone is exceptional at Super Monkey Ball with story mode any percent on the Xbox 360. It's all you, Peas.